ever wondered where your time went? You're not alone. Years of showing up, clocking in, and pushing your dreams to later has a way of taking over without you noticing. But here's what most people never say out loud. The real beginning isn't quitting your job. It's realizing the routine you've lived in is blocking the life you imagined. That moment isn't about starting over. It's about finally choosing yourself after decades of choosing work. I'm Karina, your dream guide. And around here, we don't recycle the usual walk away and hope for the best advice. We talk about claiming your days with support, clarity, and a path designed for the reality you live in. This online program can open space for the dreams waiting for the spotlight. Stay with me until the end, because the final insight often becomes the spark people didn't know they were waiting for. A reminder that the future you have been dreaming about is still possible, and the next chapter you've been waiting for may be closer than you think. If this hit home, comment "Break the Cycle." I'll send you a beginner-friendly guide showing how people your age are building online income with clarity and confidence, and how you can start creating your own new chapter right now. Most people never question the routine that shaped their entire identity, but once you notice the hidden price, everything shifts. You start to see that the dreams you set aside haven't vanished. They were waiting for room to return. That realization becomes the spark for a transformation bigger than you expect. Replace your work routine with the life you imagined. There comes a moment when you pause long enough to see how your job's demands has slowly taken over your life. Not because you wanted it that way, but because that rhythm felt necessary for so many years. Maybe you've noticed how mornings disappear, or how your dreams keep getting pushed aside because work always asks for more. When that realization hits, something shifts and you begin wondering if there's another way to create income without giving away your whole day. That's when you discover a program where mentorship becomes the foundation for building online income with confidence. Instead of trying to build alone, you're guided step by step by people who understand your starting point. You're not starting over. You're finally starting for yourself. You're at the moment where understanding your situation opens the door for what's possible next. And nothing makes that clearer than seeing someone who stood exactly where you are. The insight ahead shows how mentorship turned Melissa's turning point into genuine movement toward a life she wanted. Guided mentorship that transforms real-life challenges. There's a very real power in having guidance, especially when life is already full. Melissa's story shows exactly what that looks like in real time. As a mom of 5 with her youngest needing full-time care, she had almost no extra hours. But the short daily guidance videos gave her exact topics to cover in her content, removing the guesswork entirely. Weekly interactive sessions kept her consistent, supported, and encouraged, even on her toughest days. In just 8 weeks, she earned $6,400, including 3 top-tier enrollments in 1 week. For her, mentorship wasn't optional. It was the structure that made success possible. Guidance doesn't speed things up. It keeps you moving. Melissa didn't find more hours. She found a path that made her hours matter. And once that shift happens, your entire relationship with time changes. Next, you'll learn how your time finally starts working for you instead of disappearing into your job. Years fly by. Instead, use this system to handle the busy work. There's a moment when you wake up and realize the years are rushing by. Birthdays, work anniversaries, and entire weeks disappearing before you even catch your breath. Many people working at retirement age say the same thing. I don't know where the time goes anymore. It makes sense because most of your day is shaped around your work. Getting ready, commuting, clocking in, coming home tired, rinse and repeat. That's where this pre-built system shifts everything. Once you personalize it, it runs the repetitive tasks in the background, collecting email addresses, sending follow-ups, ordering products, and processing payments. Just like that, more of your day opens up. You're not scrambling, you're finally making space for the dreams you've been waiting to enjoy. If you're ready for a day that doesn't revolve around the 9-to-5 grind, use the link in the description to grab the free blueprint. It maps out a proven online path built on clarity, steady guidance, and a realistic daily rhythm to online income. You'll see how people your age build income, purpose, and confidence while unfolding most of the day to their liking, and how your next chapter can begin. Most people never reach the moment when time finally starts opening toward their own dreams, but you're closer than you think, and the shift you're about to hear is one that shapes what's possible next. Keep watching until the bonus that brings together support, direction, and the path toward your dream lifestyle. Discover the change that is still within your reach. Life can start to feel like a crowded highway, constant stop and go, always rushing, never really arriving anywhere that feels like yours. And after decades of that pace, it makes sense to question whether another approach even exists. The 3-hour workday changes that conversation. Instead of demanding the whole day to work, you focus on a short, intentional block of steps that move your online income forward. Before you know it, the rest of the day isn't swallowed by obligations. You get breathing room, choice, and the chance to explore dreams you've postponed for years. You're not backtracking, you're stepping off the never-ending road and designing days that match the life you want. If you're still here, that tells me something important. Your dreams aren't gone, they've just been on a shelf waiting for you to experience them. And the fact that you have stayed with me means you're ready for the insight most people never reach. This bonus may be the moment everything clicks into place. The insight that opens your long-awaited dreams. Here's the insight most people overlook. Transformation begins the moment you decide your days no longer belong to your job. After giving your employer most of your time, month after month, 50 weeks a year, it's easy to forget you're allowed to imagine a different kind of life. Yes, with this online income program, you'll have mentorship, a system that handles repetitive tasks, and a 3-hour workday. But the real shift is seeing what your future could look like. Imagine mornings taking your time to drink your coffee, choosing how you spend your hours, building online income without handing over your whole day. It's never too late to create your dream life that finally feels like your own. The next chapter begins the moment you choose it. You've gone from watching time speed by to seeing what's possible, and it's never too late to choose a new direction. Check the link in the description to begin with clarity and confidence. And when you're ready for the next step, watch the video appearing on your screen. It continues the path toward the dream lifestyle you've been waiting to create.